Kel is undoubtedly my favourite character in OMORI. His mechanics are fun and engaging, his dynamic with the other three protagonists are hilarious. Also, his cocky, hyperactive nature leads to the funniest dialogue and the most interesting conflicts too. But what if I were to tell you that Kel is the mature one of the group? I know, it sounds far-fetched considering Hero is the obvious candidate for the parent role, but Kel, to me anyway, has shown time and time again that he stood up to the role that Mary left behind. The role that everyone else was too broken to fill. This is an in-depth character analysis of Kel. Maturity versus Whimsy. To understand why people think Kel is the loose cannon of the crew, we first need to grasp how our protagonist OMORI, or Sunny, perceives Kel. Introducing Headspace Kel, but we'll call him Dream Kel for short. Dream Kel is essentially a mirror of Kel in his younger days. He's impatient, energetic, and he loves his pet Hector. And let me tell ya, Hector loves him too. Actually, maybe not. I don't know, after that ladder accident, he wasn't the same. Anyway, that's besides the point. As I've made abundantly clear, Dream Kel is the comic relief, as shown by his chaotic nature. His dynamics with the other Headspace characters demonstrates this notion too. He's constantly at odds with OMORI. Hero reprimands him like some kind of disappointed mother. He always damages OMORI in battle by just chucking a ball at him without warning. And heck, his whole job in the deep sea hotel was to stand outside, far away from disturbing any of the patrons with his juvenile bullcrap. Also, this clip with him and Space Boyfriend speaks volumes about his oblivious nature.
If Space Boyfriend stays like this, the once great collation of space pirates will be lost for eternity. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, let's go.
Wait, where are you going? We should help him out. You should know that it really sucks to lose something important to you.
Don't you dare bring Hector into this.
I'm talking about you, he stole my stuffed toy.
Huh? I don't remember anything like that.
As well as this, Dream Kel's impulsivity makes him the leading reason OMORI forgets about his worries. More specifically, Basil. Oh, you don't believe me? Roll the clip!
Hey look, it's a flower crown.
Basil's flower crown?
Oh no, all the flowers are bruised up. It looks kind of familiar. I wonder who this belongs to. Do you think we should try to return it to them?
This flower crown is in pretty bad condition. I don't think anyone would want something like that.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
No!
Kel, what'd you do that for?
It's fine. You heard our hero said no one would want something as bruised up as that.
But it used to belong to someone. Kicking it off a cliff is just mean.
Huh, why? Flowers grow back anyway, don't they?
Alright, calm down, you two. Kel, apologize to OMORI.
Fine. Sorry, OMORI.
Apology not accepted.
So yeah, this whimsical, immature Kel is not only the comic relief of the Dream Team, but he is also a device OMORI uses to cause meaningless conflict to drown out what really matters to Sunny. So, how does this image of Kel hold up to the real thing? Much like his Headspace variant, Kel is known to be very confrontational. This can be best seen 3 days before Sunny moves out. I specifically want to focus on the fight between Sunny, Kel, and OMORI. Kel is definitely the adult in this situation. He defends Basil from harm's way and reprimands Aubrey for her actions. The most important thing to take away from this fight though is that he confiscates Sunny's knife, demonstrating to us that he isn't picking sides, but just wants the best outcome for everyone. And obviously, it shows how confrontational Kel really is. He fought someone who had a baseball bat with nails in, and then he proceeded to pry a knife away from an unhinged person. I don't know about you, but it takes real guts to do these things, even if you see those threats as friends. Another trait Kel possesses is his initiative. Having this trait makes Kel the foundation all the leading characters rely on for direction. I mean, think about it. Without Kel, Sunny would have never come out of his room, Hero would have never started taking care of himself, and Aubrey would still be bullying Basil. Speaking of which, Basil would probably be dead by like the second day. His initiative can be seen in small acts too. It might sound like a dumb example, but the sequence of Hero and the spider is a great way to show Kel's maturity. Instead of waving the spider around in Hero's face like an 8-year-old, Kel instead gets rid of the spider to calm Hero and his thwomp face down. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a boy with a whole lot of initiative and maturity. And hey, Kel obviously isn't a perfect character. No well-written character is. He did close himself off emotionally and focused on sports to take his mind off something he should have talked about with his family and close friends. But he did that to stay strong for the group, specifically Hero. This can be found at the first graveyard scene. Everything about this conversation tells us so much about how grown up Kel is compared to his Headspace variant. Yeah, I don't think the Mary comment was a great idea, but he went out of his way to try and communicate to his brother, despite his futile attempts. This shows that Kel wants Hero to know that he's always there whenever Hero wants to talk. Being emotionally vulnerable like that is a difficult feat to accomplish, so the fact that Kel did that years before Hero, Aubrey, Basil and Sunny even considered thinking about Mary's death shows that Kel, unlike the others, is far past his Orange Joe days. Just kidding, no one outgrows Orange Joe. He outgrows you! Also, the fact that he opens up to Sunny in the scene demonstrates that he can show his vulnerable side to his friends too, not just his family. I do also want to say that I know that every character has a different relationship to Mary, but I don't think that Kel is any less close to Mary than Hero is, or even Sunny. The game from the very beginning establishes the fact that this group is tight. Everyone is equally close with everyone. They're like a family. Just because Sunny was Mary's sister, or Hero was Mary's boyfriend, doesn't change the fact that Kel and the others didn't care about it just as much. Granted, their care was platonic and not romantic like Hero's, but believe it or not everyone, you can still deeply care about someone without trying to date them. I know, I'm a genius. But save your applause, we have to get back to the video. Overall, Kel is not the wacky goofball people perceive him to be. He's actually the closest person the group has to a leader. By helping each member in a variety of different ways, Kel, to me anyway, acts as the anchor of the group, keeping everyone's behaviour in check, directly or indirectly, as well as guiding the group to where they need to go, for the most part. He's an amazing bait and switch character. Dream Kel baits the player into thinking that Kel is an irresponsible tornado of chaos and comedy, but in reality he's the complete opposite. Of course he still has funny bits, but he's matured a lot since his childhood. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention this, but Kel constantly tries to put himself in Mary's shoes. He always talks about what Mary would say or what Mary would think, to the point that it seems like he makes decisions or judgments on her behalf. But you can decide whether that means anything, or it's just me reading too deep into things though. So yeah, I've covered everything, or nearly everything. I hope you see now why I think Kel stood up to the role Mary left behind, the role everyone else was too broken to fill. I've been Rick Nick, and this was a character analysis on Kel, Maturity vs Whimsy. I'll see yous later.